The sharp crack of a fence post snapping in the pre-dawn stillness jolted John Parker from his Texas porch as the first light of dawn broke over his 200-acre ranch. A faint sound that sent a shiver through the cool April air, his rifle leaping to his hands as the coffee mug rested steady on the weathered boards. The golden sunrise casting long shadows across the plains, the lake's silver surface shimmering faintly in the distance. Its calm a stark contrast to the tension knotting his gut. He stood tall, his heart pounding like a war drum in his chest, the burn scar on his forearm throbbing with a dull ache as he scanned the horizon, the wildflowers along the plains trembling in the early breeze. Their vibrant colors a quiet promise of peace had fought to maintain. The faint lowing of cattle and the rustle of leaves cutting through the morning silence like a whisper of danger. After the stormy victory over Travis Iron Maddox, where John's sharpshooting had broken the ex-military thug's reign of terror, had hoped for a season to mend the ranch's wounds and Ethan's resolve. But now the air thrummed with danger, a new threat rising from the shadows of his past, and had faced it with the steel of his 54 years. His hands calloused, not just from ranching, but from a life once defined by combat, a past head buried 3 years ago when he doubled down on the ranch, trading the echoes of gunfire for the hum of his old tractor, each dawn a ritual of coffee on the porch at 5 o'clock a.m., eyes scanning the horizon, an old habit from his days as a sharpshooter in an elite military unit, a ghost of war known as the Phantom, a name Head left behind but could never fully escape. The morning was methodical as John moved through his chores, feeding the chickens, checking the irrigation lines, tending to his 30 black Angus cattle. Their lowing a steady rhythm that grounded him, the plains stretching wide and unbroken, the wildflowers along the pasture's edge vibrant in the early light, the lake glowing gold as the sun climbed higher, its surface smooth as glass, a beacon of the peace Head sought when he recommitted to this land to escape the violence that had once defined him. At the general store in Redstone, Clara Hensley, the sharp-witted saloon owner, saw the shadow in his eyes, a remnant of unspoken battles. Her voice low as she shared whispers of trouble, a land development company eyeing the region, their methods ruthless, their ties to Grayson's network a dark echo of the past. The wildflowers along the store's edge trembling in the breeze, the lake glowing silver in the distance, its calm a distant promise amidst the storm to come. Trouble arrived when Sterling Enterprises, a ruthless corporation, targeted the region for a luxury estate, led by Edward Sterling and enforced by Victor Lang, an ex-military operative gone rogue with his Vanguard security mercenaries. A man John had faced before, their history a bitter clash of steel and grit, now back to pressure ranchers to sell, their sabotage a dark echo of Grayson's influence. John spotted the signs, deep tire tracks in the northern pasture, shell casings glinting in the grass, deliberate damage to his fences. The wildflowers along the trail's edge trampled under their weight, their colors muted by the dust, the lake shimmering faintly beyond the ridge, its surface a mirror of the peace Sterling sought to shatter. At the store, Sheriff Hargrove, privy to John's redacted past, warned him to let the law handle it, his badge glinting in the sunlight. His voice steady. "I'll dig into Sterling, John. Stay out of it." But John knew these men operated beyond the law, their methods a threat to the entire region. The plains pulsing with the weight of survival, the wildflowers enduring despite the storm, their roots deep in the Texas soil. John sent Ethan, Jake, and Tom to Redstone for safety, their faces tense as they rode out. But Ethan returned with intel about a hidden irrigation tunnel system beneath the ranch, his voice a whisper of defiance. "They're planning something big. Dad, I saw their gear." As Lang's 18-man team prepared a night assault with military-grade gear, their rifles and night vision glinting in the moonlight, John transformed his ranch into a tactical stronghold, his hands steady as he rigged the irrigation systems with irritants, set up disorienting sound arrays using the barn's old speakers, and created dust clouds with fans to disrupt their night vision. The wildflowers along the pastures' edge trembling in the night breeze, the lake glowing silver in the distance. It's come a beacon of the peace he fought for. Matt, the tech-savvy member of the crew, bolstered John's defenses with electronic countermeasures, his laptop glowing as he jammed their radios. His voice steady. "They want to see us coming, John." The plains stretching wide and unbroken, the wildflowers enduring despite the storm, their roots deep in the Texas soil. Moving through the tunnels, John disabled attackers with non-lethal precision, his shots wounding legs and arms, sending the mercenaries scrambling in confusion, their shouts swallowed by the night. The wildflowers along the tunnel's edge trampled under his boots, their colors muted by the darkness, the lake shimmering faintly beyond the ridge, its surface a mirror of the hope that endured. Lung, outmaneuvered, retreated as Sheriff Hargrove's patrol cars descended, their headlights flaring through the night, tipped off by John's warning of illegal hardware, the deputies cuffing the mercenaries. Their gear bagged, Sterling's operation crumbling in the moonlight, the lake glowing silver in the distance, its calm returning as the night deepened. Dawn revealed a community united. Ranchers like Frank Hensley and Clara helping move John's cattle to safety, their faces set with determination as they worked, the wildflowers along the pasture's edge battered but enduring. Their roots deep in the Texas soil, the lake glowing gold as the sun rose, its surface smooth as glass, a testament to the peace they'd won. Sterling's empire crumbled under federal scrutiny. Lang's team was arrested, and John's legend grew. Not just as a warrior, but as a protector, the plains pulsing with the weight of survival, the wildflowers enduring despite the storm. Their roots deep in the Texas soil. The ranch became the Plains Defense Academy, teaching rural communities the Texas model of defense through unity and awareness, Ethan leading the next generation. His hands steady as he taught Caleb how to mend fences, Matt's tech preserving their way of life, his laptop glowing as he set up security systems, Sheriff Hargrove coordinating regional security. His badge glinting as he worked, the wildflowers along the ranch's edge blooming anew, their colors vibrant in the Texas sun, the lake glowing silver in the distance. It's come a testament to the peace John had won. 2 years later, the ranch stood as a symbol of resilience. Sterling's conviction and Lang's capture marking a lesson for corporate greed. Some targets cost too much, the plains thriving, blending ranching with vigilance. Proving peace is won through strength and community, not violence. The wildflowers along the pasture's edge a testament to the life John had built, their roots deep in the Texas soil, enduring despite the storms that had come before. The crew gathered in the yard, coffee steaming in mugs, the air thick with the scent of roasted beans and the faint tang of dust that clung to their clothes. Ethan slouched in a chair, his face steady, trust forged in the night's fire. The map spread wide across the table, the northern pasture marked in red ink, a testament to the day's battle, the lantern light casting long shadows over their weary faces. The lake glowing gold outside as the last rays of dusk faded, the plains stretching wide and unbroken, wildflowers battered but enduring, their roots deep in the Texas soil. "Fortress held," Frank said, leaning back, his pistol gleaming on his hip, his voice gravelly but sure. "But Grayson's still breathing. He's a shadow we can't shake." Mary Ellen poured coffee, her hand firm, her voice edged with steel. "Night held. Your aim's a wall, John. We'll stand." Jake grinned, his fists unclenching, dust still caked on his boots. "We broke him, Ethan too. He's steel now." Sarah nodded from the corner, her phone glowing with Hargrove's last update, her voice resolute. "Sheriff's hunting. Sterling's trail's cold. We'll find a route." Matt tapped his laptop, fingers pausing as he met John's gaze, his tone sharp. "Mercenaries were pros. Grayson's deep in Dallas cash. They'll trace it. Won't stop till we know." Tom stood by the door, lantern dimming, his broad frame a silent pillar, his voice low but firm. "You'll watch the ridge. Plains are clear, but eyes ain't." John met Ethan's gaze across the table. The boy's eyes steady despite the weight of the day, his hands still trembling faintly from the fight, and John's voice cut through the room like steel tempered in fire. You held today, fought like a Parker. That's good. Keep it up, Ethan. The fortress is just the start. We've got more coming. Ethan swallowed hard, nodding slow, his voice quiet but raw. I will. Dad, swear it. No more running. The room fell silent, the lake glowing silver outside as the night deepened, the plains stretching wide and unbroken, wildflowers battered but enduring, their roots deep in the Texas soil. John rose, rifle close, stepping onto the porch where the air smelled of earth and renewal, his eyes scanning the ridge where the fight had raged. The memory of Lang's retreat a bitter taste on his tongue, the ghost of his past await head carry until the end. Across the horizon, a light blinked, binoculars catching the starlight, then vanishing into the trees, a shadow still breathing in the darkness, a reminder that the fight was far from over, the wildflowers along the plain's edge blooming anew, their colors vibrant in the Texas night, the lake glowing silver in the distance, its calm a testament to the peace John had won, but the storm on the horizon a promise of battles yet to come.